For the people of Iran, life in the shadows seems like the safest place to be. Hostile planes and airstrikes have posed a constant threat, but their own leaders present a greater risk. All-powerful and unchecked, it's a threat that grows darker every day. Citing the war with the US and Israel as justification, the regime has ramped up repression at home. Thousands of people have been branded traitors and spies, with so-called confessions broadcast nightly on state TV.
با کسی همکاری کردم که آدمکشی براش عین آب خوردن.
And according to civil rights groups, the regime has carried out dozens and dozens of politically motivated executions, part of a concerted effort to create and spread fear. Here, a woman confesses to the nation. She shared a protest video online.
You get to that point you wish to be dead because you wish to end those suffering. And there is nothing else you can see any other way out of that situation except death.
This is 26-year-old Nasser Bakar Zada. A member of the Kurdish minority, he was working in a phone shop when he was accused of spying for Israel. His case was overturned twice due to the lack of legal evidence. But during massive anti-government protests in January, the allegations against Bakarzada were reintroduced, and the revolutionary court sentenced him to death. This an attempt to intimidate the protesters, say critics. Bakarzada made a confession on national TV. He said he took some photos of sensitive places. But if you look closely, you can see he's reading from a script, and you see him glancing nervously to the side. These are clear indications of a forced confession. But the 26-year-old was able, for a brief moment, to speak freely. A friend recording his final phone call from jail.
من ناصر بکرزاده هستم و صدای منو از زندان مرکزی ارومیه میشنوید. شاید این آخرین صدای من باشه.
Bakarzada's distress, his dismay, is self-evident.
اعدام منو کشت، متلاشی کرد و هر لحظه مردن خودم رو میبینم و خانوادم رو از پادر آورده. از کنار این کلمه اعدام صادر رد نشید. امروز نوبت منه، فردا نوبت یکی دیگه. به داد من برسید. من اولین نیستم و آخرینم نخواهم بود.
He was executed 2 days after this phone call was made. We met a man who knows what it's like to be in that situation, an Iranian refugee who now lives in Frankfurt.
Most of them are young. I can't hear those audio recordings.
You don't want to listen to them.
When I try to listen, I'm done.
Mazyar Ibrahimi was accused of working for Israel after the assassination of 4 Iranian nuclear scientists during the previous decade. Imprisoned for a total of 26 months, he says the torture began on the very first night.
Painful. They hang you with handcuffs. They beat you with wood. They tied you on a bed with cable all over your body.
یکی با این کاب میزنه کف این کف.
Ibrahimi demonstrated these methods for a documentary film crew. Torture techniques designed to break his will, as well as various parts of his body. He was also subjected to 3 mock executions.
I don't know how. There is a machine or somebody pulling it, because always my eyes are blocked.
You're
the
blindfolded.
cover, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not completely done. They just push it, or I don't know. Just you feel it, you know. In bottom of my heart, from bottom of my heart, I wish they do it.
His interrogators weren't trying to extract the truth. They wanted a false confession, which he provided in this slick production, written by the Iranian intelligence ministry.
ما را اعزام کردن به اسرائیل و در اونجا آموزش کار با مواد منفجره و آموزش‌های نظامی تیراندازی رو دیدیم.
His performance was coached and coerced by his interrogators.
And they say, show yourself a little bit more happy and active, you know. But when you took a close look at that video, here I have all sweating on my head. And there was a guy on my left side with a box of tissues to just clean my head up.
Eventually, Ibrahimi was released after rival intelligence agencies squabbled over the case, and he managed to make his way to Germany. But he's been deeply marked by the experience.
I can understand myself, I can understand people who are now getting executed in Iran and getting tortured in Iran.
You understand that.
I feel them every day, every night.
Civil rights groups say at least 44 politically motivated executions have been carried out since the US-Israeli bombing began, while an additional 78 protesters, dissenters, and others have been sentenced to death. More than 6,000 people have been subjected to arbitrary arrest, with the head of the judiciary ordering his officials to speed up convictions.
هم در رابطه با مصادره اموال، هم در رابطه با صدور حکم اعدام، اینا رو واقعا تسریع بکنید.
The time from when they arrest individuals, have prosecuted them, issued death sentences, and in the case of death penalty cases, carried out the death sentences, the time periods have been shockingly short, from just weeks to maybe a couple of months.
Orders have been given out to intentionally accelerate.
In the judiciary, yes.
سلام مردم ایران. من مهراب عبدالله‌زاده هستم. شاید این آخرین صدای من باشه که میشنوید.
Mehrab Abdullahzadeh was a barber, arrested in his shop during national anti-government protests in 2022. Accused of attacking a paramilitary, he said he was tortured for 38 days before agreeing to give a confession.
روز اول دستگیری به زور شکنجه و تهدید از من اعترافاتی گرفتن که همشون کیس بود و هیچ کدام از اتهام‌هایی که اونا به من زدن حقیقت نداره.
You're listening to a recording of his last known phone call.
من بیگناهم، برای من پرونده سازی شده. صدای من باشید و صدای منو به کل دنیا برسونید.
He's interrupted.
این تماس از زندان ارومیه و تماس گیرنده زندانی می باشد.
He's got just a few seconds left.
هموطنان عزیزم، دوستتون دارم. به امید آزادی، مهراب عبدالله‌زاده.
Before sunrise on May 2nd, he was taken to the execution chamber at Urmia Central Prison and hanged. There is safety in the shadows, but there is also much fear. Forced confessions, sham trials, near daily executions, the work of theocrats and hard men bent on their own survival. And they have seen off the Americans. They have terrified their own people, but their actions will only deepen the feeling of resentment. John Sparks, Sky News.